When I am 12, a friend from school joins our family holiday on the farm. I had told her tall tales about stallions and meerkats and the wildness I had learned to ride, gripped between my knees. So horses were our first order of business when we arrived, car-sick and travel-grubby from our long haul across the country in the family station wagon, over the Vol River and into the storybook I'd been telling her about all year. She could ride, but dressage and show jumping were her comfort zone. Farm horses, with their unpredictable manners, having generally been broken in just enough to make do, required something of a driver's ed class. My father is her driving instructor. I am the student driver, demonstrating how to manage the moody, sweaty horsepower at a safe speed. I saddle Sherry and check her girth, making sure she hasn't huffed her big belly out to trick me into a few extra inches of breathing room. My dad is at my shoulder as I dig my knee into her gut, butting her belly and cinching the girth tighter. I can hear his voice in my head telling the familiar tall tale of how riders who fall for the bluff of a horse's puffed-out gut find their saddles slip sliding away once their horse exhales with their first fast steps. I live in fear of the humiliation of getting slung upside down because of a too loose girth, proof of city slicker naivete. Once Sherry is bridled and saddled up, I put the toe of my left riding boot into the stirrup and launch myself up, swinging a leg over her back and searching for the right stirrup, checking the stirrup leathers for length as I settle into the warmth of her back, the sun hot on the saddle. My dad looks up from under the brim of his hat and says, "Okay, take her up to the dry and back, and I'll follow with Nicole." I nod and wheel the great chestnut out of the saddling paddock and toward the narrow pedestrian gate and the road beyond up to the dry. I am playing it cool, but my heart is racing, and out of the corner of my eye I watch Nicole watching me. My shoulders are squared and my back is straight, the sun crisping through the crisscross straps on my 80s paint splatter shirt. I proudly navigate opening and closing the gate on horseback and start off at a slow trot, the ground under us packed hard and compact from a long, rainless season. My dad and Nicole have to take the long way around in the car, and I know their road will intersect with the trail I'm following like two arms of an upside-down letter Y converging in the red dust. As the green station wagon pulls level with me, I pick up speed, ready to put Sherry through her paces for my audience. I cluck at her, squeeze with my thighs, and urge her forward. But I have forgotten that she is wilier than I am, and she knows that I'm all show and no match for her strength, usually held in check by the calloused hands and weight of grown men at work in the saddle rather than on vacation there. She pulls away from my soft hands and clamps down on the bit, and I feel her muscles bunch and launch beneath me as the polite canter erupts into a frantic gallop. Rocks and earth and scrubby saltbush are a blur under my feet that have lost their grip on the stirrups, now flinging wildly, unmanned at Sherry's sides. I have also lost the reins as the pace of the gallop shudders through my whole body, and I have stopped caring what I look like, and care only about not coming into contact with the hard, packed earth staring up startlingly close to me, as each lunge of her flying legs flings me farther and farther down her neck. I'm completely out of the saddle now, legs like zip ties trying to keep me attached to her lunging neck, fisting my fingers in her tawny mane, its long fringes flying back in the air and catching me across the eyes, the mouth as we fly like one, a creature melded together by speed and terror. She veers off the road and into the veldt, and the milking corral is a blur as we pass it. The staff houses also a flash as I glance over my shoulder to see my father's car flying low and fast over the rutted road, as no station wagon was ever meant to do.